Yes, it's me. Both of those clips were completely irrelevant to this video. Well, what is today's video all about? Well, I'm hoping it will be about 9 minutes long, but also about successfully fitting a starter motor to Project Waster. So, how to fit a starter motor on an L series engine in a Rover 45. Now, I believe this to be quite an easy job, but don't quote me on that because you never know. But you can quote me on saying don't quote me on it, because I'm happy to admit that I don't know whether I'll find this easy or not. I'm sure I will. I'm also sure that if I just crack on with it rather than talking about cracking on with it, I'm more likely to complete it. I don't do jobs for other people generally because I don't know how long they're going to take. But here's the thing, if I can complete this before 12 o'clock, I'm going to get rid of most of my beard. Yes, theoretically this should be an easy job. Battery out, some of this pipe out of the way, and then the starter motor's just down there. There's my replacement starter motor. The starter is only held on by 2 big bolts, but one of them's underneath it, and I suspect I'm going to struggle to get to it. There's one bolt to take off and I'm stuck with it. I'm going to show you why. One on the top there, that's fine, that came out easily, but there's one right underneath it, which is that one, and that bit of wire's in the way, and it's so close to the gearbox. I'm going to just have to try a smaller socket and see whether I can manage with that. The thing is, with the other one I took off, I had the engine out to do it, and that made it easier. That bottom bolt on there is impossible to get to without being on the ramp by the looks of it. So I'm going to have to yank it up my ramps and see if I can get to it by climbing underneath it. Always a pleasure to be on my back. And the time is passing by much more quickly than I'd like it to do. But then a slight distraction there because I've just taken Nigel into the garage next door to have its flexi pipe sorted and an MOT. I'm so excited to be able to use it again. Right, time for some ramps. Being a weedy, nearly 16 stone man, I don't really see the point in using up loads and loads of energy carrying ramps around the back, especially when they're this big, when I've got a trolley. Much easier. On this again, truck moves, car stays in place. And that is how we do that. Ever notice how the underside of the Rover 45's bonnet looks like Darth Vader's helmet? Engine cover under tray thing off, and I need to undo those two as well, yeah. Yeah, that should just, oh, there's another one just there. Just one more, not slide straight. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Ah, right. 12 o'clock. I'm keeping my beard and I'm stopping for dinner. If only I could fix cars as quickly as I can eat pasta. Look at the sign. Might as well get back to work. Just one seized bolt to get off, so I now need these. Well, that's just for the under tray. It's amazing really the amount of tools I end up gathering around me to do a job that requires 2 different sized sockets. Even being able to get underneath it, it's still not easy to get to that, because I've still got to clamber underneath there, and then it's actually quite uncomfortable and unpleasant, and I'm distracted by the fact that I'm hungry. Clearly see that a man like me isn't eating enough. That's the third time I've been underneath this car trying to get that bolt off, and it's not working. There's not enough, no way I can get a breaker bar on it or anything like that. It's got to be a spanner. And this is why when people say to me, oh, how much would you charge to do this particular job? I say, no, I'm not doing it. Without all of the proper tools and a proper ramp and things like that, these kind of jobs are just a right pain to do. Yeah, thinking maybe I can get to the bottom of the starter motor under here. The only thing is I'm not quite as keen on climbing under there now. Well, it looks to me like, as well as having a nut on the other side of this long bolt at the bottom of the starter motor, the only realistic way to get to it is to drop the engine down a bit. But that just seems wrong. Surely you're not... What? Off. Somebody is bound to tell me that it's incorrect, but it looks like battery tray out, and then the gearbox mount just to lower the engine down so it can be accessed from underneath the arch. So I can't get it. I can't get to it there. Honestly, I can't. I've tried.
It was at this point when I realised I was doing things completely wrong.
Engine cover off. I'm hoping I've been going about this wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. And I only make these videos to show how useless I am at doing this kind of thing. So I'm succeeding at something. I am succeeding at showing I can't do it. But now maybe I can. I'm hoping I've just figured something out. With a 15mm ratchet spanner, I should just about be able to get onto... What's that on my nose? Right. Yeah, so forget about that. With a 15mm ratchet spanner, I should just about be able to get onto this particular bolt, and just hope that it hasn't got a nut on the other end, which I suspect it should have, but there's no way of getting to that other nut, so I don't know. But where is my 15mm ratchet spanner? I don't know. Who knows? Does anybody know where it is? Because I don't. At last, I'm getting somewhere. Down there I've got a small drive, small enough to fit down the gap. It's just can't turn it very much. Lefty loosey, din din din, lefty loosey, lefty loosey, lefty loosey. Starter motor starting to come a little loose now, because that. Oh gosh, can we see that? I can't tell if I can see. I can't tell if you can see it. I know I can see it. That bolt down there is starting to go, but it's quite tight still, and I've just dropped my ratchet. Yes, dropped my ratchet down the hole, and that's why I always keep one of these. Very, very useful tool indeed for retrieving sockets, etc. Right, that's got to that level of looseness where the ratchet doesn't work on it any longer, because it just, you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video anyway. But basically the ratchet moves to undo and then just goes the other way and tightens it back up again, because it's not stiff enough, but it's still slightly too stiff to grab hold of with my fingers and undo it. Certainly not without getting scuffs and scratches everywhere. Just walked up the other end here to my lockup and found a little squirrel running out. That's interesting. Can't prove it though. And unfortunately I've got to go. Come back later. Carry on in the dark, I guess. I'm determined to finish it off today. I am. What other kind of clean is there?